A lot of people have pointed the finger on billionaires like Elon Musk because they think that these people can end poverty all over the world with the wealth that they have, but they are choosing not to do it because of greed and selfishness. Let's see what one of these billionaires has to say.
I mean, obviously, $6 billion is not going to end world hunger. Um, so, I mean, the reality is at this point, the world is producing far more food than it can really consume. Like, we don't have a caloric constraint at this point. So, where there is hunger, it is almost always due to it's like civil war or strife or some it's not a thing that is it's extremely rare for it to be just a matter of lack of money. It's like, it's like there's a civil war in some country and like one part of the country is literally trying to starve the other part of the country.
That's some good insight, man, and I have to say I agree. There are two things. First of all, as he said, the world's producing more food right now than it needs. And it's not really about him just handing out money to poor people because that's a short term solution anyway. Even with the amount of wealth that he has, that's a short term solution. He can't feed countries with his wealth, no matter how rich he is. Now, with that said, there are people who can choose to stand up and do something about world hunger. It's just not the people that you're looking at. It's not these guys. They can do something, but they cannot end world hunger or poverty for that matter. They can't do it. It's the governments of these countries where these problems exist. It's just that simple. The division of wealth is unequal in a lot of these countries, and that's where the problem is. The governments of these countries are responsible for that. There is nothing he can do. He can hand out some wealth to some people, but how do you choose who these people are? Let's say you hand out, hypothetically, right? Let's say somebody needs $100 and then that person is not going to starve for the next 2 years. You hand out those $100 to that person. What happens after 2 years now? A better way to invest this money would be to create opportunities for poor people. And a lot of billionaires actually do that. But there is only so much a person can do. And I'm not defending these guys, man. I'm sure some of them are shitty people, but you can't say that every billionaire is like that. Not just billionaires, even multimillionaires, even they can do something. So it's just a very simplistic point of view to think that these people can come together and end world hunger. They cannot do it. If they could have done it, I would like to think that they would have done it. And that's not me saying that these people are fucking angels. But even if they're shitty people, even if they're selfish, they would, I think, still do it. The reason for that is because imagine being a person who single-handedly ended world hunger. Imagine being that person, the legacy that you create for yourself. If it was that easy, I think a lot of people would have tried. And I think someone would have succeeded by now, but it's not that simple. When it comes to creating opportunities, as I said, it's a lot more complex because now you tell me, how do you create these opportunities? Every country is so different. Every country has different policies, different government, all sorts of things. How do you do it? There are poor people in America as well. Do you really focus on America or do you go to like actual poor countries? How do you differentiate, How do you create opportunities for, let's say, a bunch of homeless people who live in America? How do you do it? There is no answer to that. The answer is there, I'm sure. You can do something, but the average person, like the people who criticize, let's say, Elon Musk, or even me, we don't have that answer. Because we don't have the amount of knowledge that's needed to form a solution for this. And that's why it pisses me off, man, to be honest, because I think having informed opinions is very important. And a lot of people nowadays, especially because of the internet, they think that they are very knowledgeable, but they're just not. They go around believing in anything. It's just completely nonsensical, man. And that's the biggest problem, in my opinion, in today's time. There are people who think that they know a lot, but actually they don't know shit. And now they have a voice. Not only do they have a voice, they can form groups. And they can collectively believe in just a bunch load of nonsense.